Before we start, we'd like to acknowledge and pay our respects to the Wurundjeri people as custodians of the land in which we gather today, and the Bunurong peoples upon which Alba Thermal Springs is located. My name's Rob Moscow, the project lead architect, and I'm joined by Jean-Francois Lagacé, the lead designer from Hayball Architects. Our interiors principal, Bianca Hung, would have loved to be here today, but unfortunately couldn't make it. Alba Thermal Springs in Spa is set on a sprawling 15-hectare site of native landscape in the Mornington Peninsula. It is conceived as a wellness destination and is home to 31 geothermal pools, 22 treatment rooms, and a restaurant curated by celebrity chef Karen Martini. The site is located 99 kilometres from the Melbourne CBD. The peninsula is characterised by coastal rocky landscapes and native flora. The site sits under a green wedge management plan and consists of high-value native flora. There is significant fall across the site, which creates these beautiful rolling hills. And from high points, there's opportunities for views to the bay and ocean. At low points, you're immersed amongst the native tea trees. At the heart of our design was the idea of rejuvenation. We set out to create an environment that would breathe new life into the site and offer a transformative experience for the visitors. We asked ourselves the questions: how could the architectural response create an environment that would promote a sensory journey and incite relaxation and restoration? How could we ensure that the end user felt truly rejuvenated? Respecting the natural environment was a key consideration. Committed to preserving native vegetation, the building was carefully positioned at the transitional point between the high and low points of the site. Locally seeded plant species will rejuvenate the site over time, strengthening the language between the appealing architectural form and native landscape. The building becomes nestled in the hill, much like the natural rock formations in the peninsula. The building is immersed amongst the native vegetation as the roof becomes an extension of the landscape. Curved walls peel out of the rolling hills to create sunken courtyards, providing natural light into the building. Large skylights punctuate the roof, bringing natural light in spaces needing privacy, like change rooms, or for dramatic effect in common areas. Sustainability was a strong consideration for Hayball and the client. A key initiative is the extraction of geothermal water and how its life cycle contributes to the sustainable operations of the spa. Extracted from a natural spring 600 metres below ground, the geothermal water passes through a heat exchange in the building, whereby excess heat is transferred to a closed-loop hydronic system that provides warm floors, seats, and day beds in the change rooms and relaxation zone. The geothermal water is then UV treated before being used to the thermal pools, then filtered and re-injected back into the ground for the natural process of heating to begin again. The experiential journey through the building was at the forefront of our design, taking into consideration the various user pathways from public bathing to private treatments. All embodying a seamless and minimalist experience, they evoke comfort and calmness, leading to relaxation and recalibration of oneself. Divided into 4 key programs, the user's journey has strategically been separated from operational services. These have been positioned out of sight around the peripheral of public zones and serviced via separate access. The prevalent theme of water and its rejuvenation properties is emphasised through a central pivoting spiral stair that seamlessly hovers above a body of water and orients your procession through the building. On the public bath journey, once through reception, the visitor traverses the reflection lounge to access the change rooms and then the external baths. The restaurant allows seamless access to terraces and garden whilst staying connected to the back of house areas for deliveries and waste removal. The spa treatments are located above in a separate pavilion and connected to the landscape. On entering Alba, you're welcomed by a large body of water, marking the beginning of your wellbeing journey. As you move through reception, the robustness of material sweeping from outside in gives the impression the building was carved from the rock. The reception comes to life when the afternoon sun is reflected from the pond and its shimmering light projected on the walls and ceiling. Objects in space create interest, force a detour, or encourage you to stop and reflect. The minimal use of materials and the dim lights allows the quietening of the mind, forcing you to take the time to adjust and appreciate the surroundings. External materials contribute to the connection of spaces internally. Warm tones subtly lit by the skylights above provide connection with the natural elements. Pathways lead to different external bathing experiences, displaying different views, vegetation, smell, soundscape, temperature, and privacy. The restaurant, designed as a separate pavilion, maintains the same minimal aesthetics. The tables are designed to keep the soft curves and scallop lines of the architecture. Tan leather banquettes follow the curves of the building, whilst the American oak warms the palate. Large sliding doors open in summer, spilling the dining area onto the terrace, allowing visitors to soak in the sun.
The patron's book for a private treatment follows a different journey, with dark change rooms acting as a transitional experience. The sweeping spiral stair, surrounded by water and physically disconnected to the public bathing journey, evokes an elevated experience. The concierge controls access to the sanctuary beyond, and the relaxation lounge welcomes you, invites you to prepare for your treatment, a place to rest, embracing the serenity of the rolling hills, pre or post-treatment. Soft curved ceiling to adjacent treatment spaces allows natural light to pour in and create a serene atmosphere. Darker spaces fills the in-between to encourage meditation and provide transition. Timber door provides a warm threshold with bronze hardware that ties the internal spaces with the outdoor finishes. Private treatment rooms vary between the dark and the light scheme depending on the treatment proposed. Window size vary to control the amount of natural light depending on the treatment and orientation. The use of soft furnishings helps dimming the edges. The material finishes were chosen for durability and longevity to spa treatment products and cleaning regimes. The moments along the journey are enhanced by sensory consideration. Engaging the senses is key to recenter and reground oneself. Gentle and kind. The building is heavy and solid, like the ground surrounding it, but gentle and soft in its form. The user's journey follows the gentle curves of the natural concrete, slowing down the pace. Tactile and raw. Made from honest materials, it shows the wabi-sabi, the beauty of the imperfection. Walls are smooth or textured, rough or soft, warm or cold. Source and restoration. Water is omnipresent in the building, expressing the geothermal source and its healing powers. It acts as a material, allowing its mirrored surface to reflect or display its ever-changing shimmering. Permanent and dynamic. The facade layers cast shadows and express the passage of time on its surfaces. Openings have been considered to contribute in their own ways to the internal ambience and link spaces with their surrounding. As the sun travels through the day, the sensory experience is ever-changing, every year, every season, every day, every hour.